The small tools shop in Onitsha's bustling main market looks unremarkable among stalls selling everything from sugarcane to hard hats. Yet, its owner, Emeka Umeagbalasi, has become one of the most controversial figures in Nigeria's international relations narrative. A screwdriver and wrench seller by trade, he has emerged as an unlikely source whose research has influenced United States Republican lawmakers and even President Trump's decision to launch airstrikes in Nigeria. On Christmas Day, President Trump ordered airstrikes on Nigeria's northwestern region, armed with ideas Umeagbalasi had long promoted. To him, the fact that the American president had taken up a cause he advocated was miraculous. The revelation of his influence has sent shockwaves through Nigerian political circles and raised serious questions about the intelligence used to justify military intervention in Africa's most populous nation. Umeagbalasi is a Catholic who founded the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Inter-Society, in 2008. He operates it from his home alongside his wife Blessing, an evangelical Christian who sits on the organization's board. He holds degrees in security studies and peace and conflict resolution, and describes himself as a powerful and knowledgeable investigator, even comparing himself to veteran journalist Christian Amanpour. However, the credibility of his work has come under intense scrutiny. Umeagbalasi claims to have documented 125,000 Christian deaths in Nigeria since 2009, drawing from Google searches, Nigerian media reports, secondary sources, and advocacy groups like Open Doors. When questioned about his methodology, he admitted that he rarely verifies his data. More troubling is how he identifies the religious identity of victims. Umeagbalasi acknowledged that he seldom travels to attack sites and often assumes victims' religion based solely on the location of the incident. If violence occurs in an area he believes has a large Christian population, he classifies the victims as Christians. This admission raises serious concerns about the reliability of data shaping American foreign policy. If you are finding this story as shocking as many Nigerians are, hit that like button to help more people learn about this developing situation. Despite these flaws, U.S. lawmakers including Senator Ted Cruz, Representative Riley Moore, and Representative Chris Smith have cited his work. These citations have fueled what experts describe as a misleading narrative that Christians are being systematically targeted for slaughter in Nigeria. The gap between Umeagbalasi's claims and verified data is stark. He stated that over 7,000 Christians were killed in the first 7 months of 2025 alone. By contrast, the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project (ACLED) estimated about 6,700 total deaths during the same period, including insurgents and military personnel. This discrepancy underscores the dangers of relying on unverified sources. Umeagbalasi has also claimed there is a strategy to annihilate all Christians and Islamize Nigeria. He asserts that Nigeria has 100,000 churches and that 20,000 have been destroyed in 16 years. When asked for the source of this data, he replied simply, "Googled it." The Nigerian government has firmly denied allegations of Christian genocide. Experts argue that violence in Nigeria is complex, affecting both Christians and Muslims. ACLED reports that only about 5% of incidents are explicitly religiously motivated. Accurate data collection in Nigeria remains extremely difficult. The government does not publish comprehensive figures on deaths or identify victims by religion, creating a vacuum where unverified claims can gain international traction with dangerous consequences. Concerns have also been raised about the effectiveness of the airstrikes themselves. Interviews with locals in Bauni revealed that militants had already left the area before the strikes occurred, leaving villagers confused and questioning whether anyone was actually targeted. Umeagbalasi has openly described his research process, stating that if violence occurs in an area he believes is predominantly Christian, he categorizes the victims as Christians. This approach highlights fundamental methodological flaws. If you are concerned about the implications of this story for Nigeria's international relations, make sure to subscribe for more investigative reporting on issues that matter. Nigeria faces deeply complex security challenges that require nuanced understanding, not oversimplified narratives. While Christians have indeed been killed in large numbers, scholars emphasize that insecurity threatens Muslims and Christians alike. The reality does not fit a simple religious persecution framework. The international implications are profound. How did unverified claims from a small market shop in Onitsha influence decisions at the highest levels of US power? How did assumptions and Google searches become the basis for military action? If nothing is done, Nigeria will explode, Umeagbalasi warned. Yet critics argue that actions taken on flawed intelligence risk escalating tensions rather than resolving them. History shows the dangers of military force based on weak or biased information. Ultimately, the story of the Onitsha screwdriver trader is a cautionary tale about the importance of verified intelligence, the risks of ideological narratives, and the real-world consequences when evidence is ignored. Nigeria's security crisis demands careful analysis, not assumptions, and the international community must demand better verification before actions that affect millions of lives.